Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey,
I am Rungren.
and we got some stuff to talk about tonight. Hey, everybody. I'm excited.
Okay.
Hey. Cats are fighting outside. Sorry.
That is not the way to grow views. I'm just telling you. Yep, technically it is. But that wasn't what I was talking about, okay?
I would let them in if they would tear up the green. Palmer. 4. I was just thinking of the cool ones. There's a lot of them that aren't that cool. So, do we have a pop quiz tonight?
Yes, I have a pop quiz for you.
Is it about Halo lore?
No. I don't know. I want to ask you just strange questions to this.
Okay.
And to make this even better, we're gonna find out how much you know about women.
Oh no.
So, or just here we go. I have my red pen to that. All right.
That's true, Dark.
So, what? That's what we're doing.
There could be a lot more. Just they should utilize them.
Yeah.
They should utilize any Spartans that aren't John.
I tried that with tactics, didn't they? I don't know.
Right.
Name the only singing group in American pop history to have 12 straight #1 hits.
Singing group in pop music history worldwide.
We're going with the. I know it is on the Billboard, so that would include United States going through that. I don't have.
You said it's a female group of how many?
Singing. I just have name the only singing group in American pop history.
Okay.
To have 12 straight #1 hits.
I was trying to fish for more information there. You got me. Called me out.
American pop history.
Is it?
Yes, Faith.
The Spice Girls?
Ooh. That wasn't a response to you. That was Dark. Good job. No, you're wrong.
Okay, that's fair.
It is the Supremes.
Okay.
Yeah, the Supremes. Diana Ross.
Well, that's true, Dark. Their music was popular here for a little while.
Going through that. Yeah, that's the Supremes. They had a run. Okay, so after that complete failure, Trey.
Should be used to it by now.
The reason I ask the questions I do, so I can sit here and feel superior. I don't have much of a life. What movie star?
Hello, Nathan. How you doing? It's been a while since you've been in the chat. Good to see you.
Can't see the chat right now. I got love in the way. What movie star was named after a building that housed a Cleveland department store?
Julia Roberts. After a Robertson.
No. That's not bad though. That was kind of proud just the way. Yeah, this is it. This is the answer. I am correct. That was good. No, that was good. It's actually Halle Berry.
Okay.
She was named after the grand old Halle building, which was originally home to the Halle Brothers department store.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Number 3. Three women have been Secretary of State in the U.S.? Can you name them?
I mean, I could give you the easy answer of no, or I could give you my guesses.
It is. It's up to you.
I'm gonna go with Nancy Ford. Teresa Palmer. And Julia Roberts.
Always Julia Roberts. No, it was Madeleine Albright, Condoleezza Rice, and Hillary Clinton.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
You mean, of course. Well,
I would not have guessed any of those, no matter how hard I tried. I was pretty proud of Teresa Palmer, though. I couldn't remember if she was like Secretary of State or if she was just like a senator.
I don't know. I thought she was a Gundam character. Moving on. Sorry. What 7-year-old? What 7-year-old was the youngest host ever of Saturday Night Live?
7-year-old.
Yeah, it was a 7-year-old. Young girl. She hosted Saturday Night Live.
Ashley Olsen.
All right, so now I get it. You have no concept of time.
No, I thought we figured that out before.
All right, no. Yeah, that was great. That was a good call. Do that. No, it was Drew Barrymore in 1982.
Okay, Faith got that one.
Don't know that. Really? No, she didn't. Yeah, nobody heard about her. She was in teenagers. All right.
I just thought of child stars.
Okay, well, it is a 7-year-old. That is a child. Using context clues can help. I know you're going to feel after the first 3 words of this, you're going to feel so strong about the answer on this. You're going to know whether you know it or not. All right.
Yeah.
This figure skater was the only American to come home with a gold medal from the 1968 Winter Olympics.
Okay, so this is the biggest play of my life because I know exactly one figure skater's name. Alea Ingleshaw.
No, I'm pretty sure. Look, it's okay. I don't think I couldn't have got this one. I'm not.
A Hail Mary.
Yeah. Peggy Fleming is the answer.
Sure.
Peggy Fleming. Yes. Dorothy Hamill. All right. Well, you're just old. Oh, I feel you. All right. What television network made its debut on January 1st, 2011, replacing the Discovery Health Channel?
So 2011, that's far too late for it to be far too late for it to be Hallmark or Lifetime. And it was Health, it was Discovery Health.
Yeah, that's what it replaced. That's the channel location
Right.
it took up. That bandwidth.
I'm gonna say None of these answers are. 2 of them might get me canceled if put in the wrong parts of Twitter. Let's go instead with Women's Health Network.
No. That answer was nice and safe. The no, it was OWN, the Oprah Winfrey Network. Yeah. I don't know where that falls on that scale, Dart. I will follow your lead. If you're ready to go, I'll follow your lead. If this was it. But I don't know where OWN falls on that scale for you. Oh no. Tonight we were right. No, better not say that. Anyway. There we go. X.
Yep. A lot of those tonight.
All right.
I'm gonna hold a Leia Ingolstadt close to my chest, and at some point that's gonna be useful.
I have Dark, you've proven your point. I have no counter argument to your debating skills there. I agree. All right, where are we at? We're number 7. Okay. So who's the only recording artist to ever have 5 songs surpass the 4 million mark in digital sales pre I had a standard for this. Okay, I'm gonna give you a year.
Because without a year, there's only one guess that I can give. That
okay. I'm a 4-minute deal. Well, I was going to try, at very least, try to give you who put it on. That's a good guess. There's a couple good guesses in there. That's not.
it's
not
Taylor
them.
Swift, right?
No. It's actually Katy Perry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard that song of hers, right? I'm sure it sounded good. Going through there.
No, she's
All
got Eyes of the Tiger.
That works. That's good deductions there. He was on its very first cover and has appeared on more covers of TV Guide than anyone. Can you name this comic actress?
That she was on more TV guides than anybody else.
Yeah, she was on the first TV Guide, and she was on the TV Guide cover more than anybody else.
She's an actress.
Oh, that's a solid answer, Faith, but it's not correct.
I'm gonna go with Dolly Parton. She is technically an actress, and I think you're trying to trick me.
Okay, no. It's Lucille Ball.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
All right. We got just a couple more. Here we go, right?
Then we'll get into Gundam.
If you don't know who Lucille Ball is, I just check into her. As far as like TV history, well, even American history, I mean, she's very influential over a lot of things. Yeah. The EVOO stands for extra virgin olive oil. And it became a dictionary word in 2007 thanks to what TV celebrity cook?
I am a Gundam.
Thank you, Will. I am a Gundam. That will give me the strength I need. Question.
Chat's got no problem with it. They answered it.
My first
they give me
thought
the
was
whole thing. Yeah.
the chicken from Parappa the Rapper. That's all I can think of now is crack, crack, crack the egg into the bowl.
This is no Zaku, boy. No Zaku.
Lock your screen as the podcast runs.
It. Any chefs on television, only on YouTube. So I'm gonna go with the YouTube chef.
Okay.
I hope that she's been on TV. I'm gonna go with Rossano Panino.
Well, we're gonna get going to number 10, marking an X there. It's Rachel Ray.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yes.
I think I got her name wrong anyway.
What female first did Soviet Valentina Tereshnikova? That's just me trying to sound like I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Achieve in 1963.
Could be. Oh.
I will. Hold on. Give me a second. I want to read through this, Pete. Okay.
Okay.
What
Okay.
did female? What female first did Soviet Valentina Tereshnikova achieve in 1963? She was the first female to do something. What was it?
As we've said, I have no ability or concept of time. So, she was the first woman to record solo.
You are correct.
Really?
No, I was talking to Dark.
I was
Yeah,
like,
she was the first
what?
lady in space.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For a second, I was blown away. I was like, really?
Yeah, so this cosmonaut was the first woman in space.
Congratulations to her. That's very impressive.
Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, there's no reason to talk about that quiz, Trey. I was pulling for you.
I got skunked, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, that's the first time.
Yeah.
Don't tell my wife I don't know anything about women.
She
All
probably
right.
knows.
Oh, she'll find out. Before we move into Gundam, we're gonna go ahead and run a 30-second ad. So we'll be right back. Apparently.
These messages. We'll be right back. Is it really going? I actually have an ad. You can do that.
Yeah.
What concept?
I can do that. I wish I got to choose the ad. That'd be really cool.
Right.
For you YouTube folk, we're 20 seconds on the ad, then we're gonna get into Gundam. We got some cool stuff coming, so please hold to it.
Oral we.
Even going to give you
What? It's for toothaches. Right? Yeah, toothaches.
Yeah.
Ask no other questions.
So before we get into Gundam.
Okay.
Before we get into Gundam, I did want to just throw out one quick thing here, which is that on YouTube, we hit 1,500 subs.
Party noises. Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
Looking for 1750 next, right?
I think it's definitely a reason to celebrate. That would be great. I think I should have a party tonight.
Yeah.
We'll celebrate again at 15:01. And have
break over the champagne.
Excellent. Yeah, you got yours done already.
Hurry up, Rundgren. Yeah. Oh, nice. Congratulations, Dark.
I know. That's cool.
Speaking of Christmas, let's talk about that time they launched a nuke in Turn A Gundam.
Yeah. That was. I think we kind of picked Gavin to die.
Yeah.
Right, a little bit before that.
Yeah.
There was a kind of a toss up. There's somebody was dying soon. We mentioned that.
That's a lot of damage.
Before it happened, but yes,
Was indeed a lot of damage, Will. Correct.
What episode? We made it all the way to 30?
Yeah, we're on episode 30.
Okay. I got a couple of notes here.
It'll just be
for me, just to make sure I remember where I am.
5 episodes for next week as well because of Christmas.
All right. Yeah. For that. Corin. I still don't know what to. Look, I like this Gundam.
Yeah.
I do. I want to finish it. I'm looking forward to finishing it. Do that. But there is some weird stuff. For me, like Corin is just there. There's times I'm like, yeah. I would
recommend
say no spoilers, but we probably will.
Right. And we already have.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's worth watching, I think. Very good.
Yeah, it's different. It's a drunken dream by Tomino and Miyazaki. That it's a weird thing going through.
I like this set of episodes. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I do. Yeah, exactly. And it does that. There's a couple of others we watched through where it would like hit this stride. And like over this set of episodes, the storytelling's good, the dialogue is good.
Yeah.
You know, it keeps you pulling through. We've hit that before, and we definitely hit that with the last 26 to 30.
Yeah.
Episode 26 to 30. I was trying to think anything really specific that stood out though.
I really like Tochie's moment with the wedding dress. That's really good.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good setup scene, and that's not a bad story arc to take you through, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to. We don't need all the details of that. We got an idea of that, and you get a few moments right before that you know. So she seems to be turned around by the idea, and maybe this guy's not horrible, despite you know.
Yeah.
Going through things. They give you enough. Like there was some thought in there, and she goes through with you're talking about where the show of respect she had, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. That was a good scene. I don't know. I thought that went up.
I also want to throw out a quick mention here to Captain Zenoa. That you don't see him get talked about very often in Gundam, but discussions. But just the dude who recognized what the nukes were, and then did everything he could to try and broker peace after that, to the point of even protecting enemy pilots. Just lots of respect for that guy. I was like, look, no, you don't know what this is, but I do. Please stop fighting.
Right. Well, I think there's some good characters in there for sure. We talked about it before. I really like Lieutenant Harry.
Mm-hmm.
Just the attitude he has.
Yeah.
You know. Sure. He could probably use another designer, but another fashionista behind him.
Yeah, he's got a weird sense of style.
Look, Spice Rack, I can't, in any form or fashion, I want to close up. I cannot call myself a Gundam fan. There's people who are around who could rightly go, poser, and I was like, yeah, you're right. I'm not one. Going through around. So this is all new to me. Mm-hmm. We've been watching the animation in a chronological order of it release. But I don't know. I am looking forward to on up. It still falls with it feels like a few other Gundams where the story it wants to tell is just too deep for them they can't handle the story.
Yeah.
It's too big of a story for them to handle. It's not that the show's bad.
Right.
I think it just feels like they try too hard at sometimes.
I got you. I like it a lot. We'll see how things go when we get to the second Traeger. Been mentioned a couple times.
Yeah,
But
I'm interested to see that for sure. To see is that a space cat? I didn't know if that's what
they do mention a couple times that that's what it's for, is to take things up and down from space.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was like a catapult system or some other system they're going to introduce. But
I just put that in the notes as like, hey, this is what you've seen before, because I don't want to spoil what it actually is.
Oh, okay, right there. Okay, so I knew they were going. Yeah, gotcha. But it's not much to go on, really.
We'll see how things go as we continue there. 5 more episodes next week, and maybe they'll let us know which one's which between Deanna and Kiel. Who's where? We'll see.
We shall see. Maybe. I have no idea at this point. I thought I did, then I forget or something goes by. A light flashes off screen or something like that, and I turn back to Gundam, and I don't remember which one's which at the moment. Or which one I figured out the first time or the second. So
right.
Yes.
All right. Well, you ready to go into weeks then?
Yeah.
Let's talk weeks. What you been up to this week, sir?
Okay, I got 2 things to talk to. I did get to go see. I went to go see Godzilla -1.
Oh.
I went by myself. If you go watch Godzilla -1, and it is if you are able to do it, I would say go by yourself.
Okay.
And watch The Boy and the Heron.
Okay.
Go see that with somebody. Which really that's really 2 different movies through there. Godzilla -1 is great.
Yeah.
It is. I really enjoyed it. This is going to sound a little bit counterintuitive, I guess.
Okay.
But in all honesty, it's a very basic movie. We can talk it, yes, they use CGI, yes, they use this and all of that. But the storytelling pace and everything, it's a very basic movie.
Okay.
And you'll find, because you're reading along, it's in subtitles in there as you're watching it, maybe 15, 20 minutes in, you've actually you understand this place. You're kind of see it through what's going on around.
Right.
Not only through the main character, but things. And there hasn't been much dialogue.
Okay.
It's been shots, very simple shots, very thoughtful shots, but very simple shots.
Okay.
And going through, and the story is fed to you off the screen, not just through the dialogue. Though the dialogue is great, I don't want to take anything away from it. Going through, but it's just the story as well.
Yeah,
the story is very simple. Yeah, there's nothing new in this movie. There's absolutely nothing new.
Right.
All he did was take the blocks that he can play with for this Godzilla, or the people, the studio behind, all the people that had something to do with that, actually, and put them together their way.
Right.
It was done very, very well, man. It's a really, really solid movie.
Okay. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah. I know I don't want to blow it up too much because I thought that the James Cameron's Avatar was great.
Yeah.
But by the time I got to see it in the theater, it was, this is the greatest movie in the world. And
it's not that good.
I was like, yeah, okay. No, it's cool. It's pretty. I liked it, but no. But that there is something very special, very very basic, something simple about the story of this Godzilla.
Yeah.
And it just done really well. And also, I know Godzilla's CGI.
Right.
But they CGI'd Godzilla to walk like the guy in the suit.
Yeah. Do you think
move like that?
Do you think they overlaid the CGI over mocap?
I think that's a possibility.
Okay. I know they've done that before.
Yes. They can do that, but this was for the setting and the old story that it is. It's a very visceral monster.
Okay, very cool.
Going through that, and even though it's not big, it's not as big and mind blowing as some of the other Godzillas. It doesn't do these things that some of them do, but it's a terrifying Godzilla.
Yeah.
It's like you've. I know people could probably explain this better than I can. It's like you build up the Shin Godzilla, right?
Yeah.
And Shin Godzilla is just what?
Yeah, he is a nightmare given form.
Yeah. Yeah, it's impossible, right? Possibility. And I guess if you really wanted to put, stats to stats, I guess this Godzilla from the movie probably wouldn't stand up.
Right.
But just the way it was set, the way it was done, and the story it was given, and the situation that the people were put in through this is, the settings, Japan, the bombs have been dropped, and now Godzilla.
Yeah.
Life is not good. But it does have a very simple underlying story. It's very well done. It is a reminder of what Godzilla is.
Yeah.
I
need to watch it. I'm really excited to see it. And I've been wanting to do a big, I don't know if you've seen the videos that are guy reviews all of the Indiana Jones movies and it's like a 4-hour long video. Those do really well on YouTube. And I don't really need an excuse to rewatch all of my Godzilla movies that are right over there. I
just want to watch them.
So I might try and do something with that because I've been jonesing to watch all of them again.
The next thing I did get to watch The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah.
The new Miyazaki film. Which is good. It was Miyazaki, Problem is every time I love Studio Ghibli, but every time he does anything, you get this flood of adjectives before you can even get to the movie.
Of course.
Beautiful, wonderful, magnificent artwork.
Yeah.
Yes. Get out of the way and let me see it, please.
Yeah.
But it was it's not his best movie.
Okay.
It's not. It's great.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that. It's not bad by any stretch. I don't feel it's his best movie. But I think it's expertly done.
Yeah.
Beautifully and carefully done. That much is evidence.
It's really hard to stand up again with anything. With Mononoke, Nausicaa, The Valley of the Wind. It's hard to have a movie that is as affecting and with a plot that is well told, I guess is the way I would put it, but I don't want to say perfect, but it's close. Nausicaa and Mononoke both are incredibly well done.
Yeah. I don't know. He's got his. There's also that thing about Studio Ghibli movies where there's gonna be something in there. That's in that other movie,
Yeah.
That was this in this other movie or whatever.
Yeah.
That was kind of right. So you have these little inside jokes, so to speak, from Miyazaki to fans. Going through, and there's a few of those. It is at the very base. It is Alice in Wonderland. It is Coraline.
Yeah.
Spirited Away.
Okay. Yeah.
It is that type of story, and it's done very well. Of course it is. It's Miyazaki. He's going to do it and make it pretty.
Right.
I do art, and he cares. It does through.
Yeah.
But it's very pretty. It's a very good movie. I liked it. Liked it a lot. The score was great.
I'm sure. Joe Hisaishi's on that team. I'm sure.
Yeah. There's nothing I really want to go. Okay, I could have done without that because.
Right.
In a way, it's because I know that's what he's going to put out. It doesn't matter what I think.
Right.
That's what's going to be out. I don't think there was a a test audience before this game came to my eyes.
I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think he needs that anymore. The studio just goes, yeah, go for it.
Maybe there was. I'd like to think there wasn't. But no, it was good. But yeah, go watch The Boy and the Heron with somebody. Watch Godzilla -1 back there alone. There was nobody in the theater. Nobody goes to the theater anymore.
Yeah.
So for like Godzilla, I was sitting up in the back in the middle, like looking so I could see the subtitles real well and watch that. And there was just a handful of people in the theater. And then when I watched The Boy and the Heron, it was a matinee. So me and my love, we're just sitting there in the theater. That's us there. I checked around a couple of times. I actually talked to, just a little bit. Didn't have to worry about whispering off. It was actually kind of nice. Well, as unique and wonderful as I think people are, I really don't like them.
Yeah.
They're still people. But that's okay. But that's like the highlights of my week right there.
Okay.
What have you done this week?
I'll keep mine pretty short. I played Honkai Star Rail like an idiot.
What you call me?
Every time. I wanted it to be good so bad. I like the world of Genshin Impact. I like the way the characters play in Genshin. I love the team building stuff in Genshin Impact. I hate the gacha and what it did to that game. And so when I heard they were making a turn-based game, I was like, oh, sick! And it's in space! And I had a really fun time until I got to the gacha and saw it was the same and was like, well, why would I keep playing it?
Yeah.
Made me so.
Your hopes and dreams were crushed. No, I didn't talk about Don't Starve. We beat the Ancient Guardian. Just saying, never done that.
Nice,
before.
Congratulations.
We'll throw that out there.
Still been working on Baldur's Gate. The game's still really good as long as buildings have just 3 layers. When you get above that, it starts to break some things. And then all of a sudden, characters just don't do stuff they're supposed to do. But we're working on solving a ghost mystery right now. So that's fun. Like, this game is so much of, man, great ideas. Could have used a little bit more polish. And then other stuff that's like, this is the most polished thing you've ever seen. Like, oh, this any choice I make is going to give me a different outcome. And then you get to stuff that's just like, oh, yeah, no. DM did not think this one through and is scrabbling right now, you know?
That never happens.
I did not prepare for them to go this way. In what universe would they ever have chosen to do this?
Right.
But still a really fun game. Been playing Lotro, working my way through the Yule Festival there. I did finish some side stories in Thinglad. So I now only have the side stories in the Brownlands left from that entire map, and I'll have done every side quest in that map.
Nice.
But really, really love that game. The side quests are great, wonderful.
Okay, I got a question.
Yeah.
Because Treyrid, your lore master, is your main. Treyrid's the man.
Yeah.
Right? He's the one you go with. And Treyrid explores. Of the week, right? Goes out. His other stories. There's so many. There's stuff you miss. You can't help it.
Oh, yeah.
So many of those stories, though, they're really good. You go through them by yourself. You're in your own head, kind of. You go through. But when you come to the alt and you have a chance to go over there, not all of them are you going to do again.
Nope.
Some of them you can't because of the ending, right?
Yeah, I can't.
In the ending, you're like, yeah, I know, and I'm not doing it.
Yeah, if I don't take this quest, that person's still alive.
This character will remain pure.
But no, there are some others that's like, hey, yeah, the quest was good, but I'm not going to see it through again. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
I love the main story. I'm not touching the main story till I get to Moria for any of those characters after I leave the Bree area. Maybe do a little bit in the Troll Shells, but I'm not touching Forachel again. I'm not doing it. You can't make me.
I'll go up there. I'll do what you want to the next page. Get to the next bit quest, and then I'm out. Just people can freeze.
Yep. Not gonna do it. At some point, I'm gonna have to take a character up there and do all those side quests, and hate it. But no, for sure. I think like this guy gets to do most of the things. I'll fill in some holes with other characters. Like this character hasn't done a lot of stuff in the Shire, but my Hobbit's gonna do everything in the Shire.
Yeah, like some of that feels correct.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, you're all right, main character. All right, well, that kind of that does overshadow it a bit. That's an actual Hobbit.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make that character, and he needs his own secret knowledge.
Yeah,
the Shire. We'll give that to his. It's in lore wise, everything, all loose ends tied up.
Yep,
I've covered and can play the game now guilt free.
And he punches people in the knees.
Yes. Look,
Bam.
don't talk to crap to somebody who can uppercut you in the private. It's not not wise.
The last thing for my week is Octopath Traveler 2. I am a good chunk of the way into that, trying to beat it, and then I still have one more game to try and beat before the end of the year, and I'm running out of time. But
yeah.
Man, is that game good. When the music kicks up and I want to do a thing, and it would suck as a video, so we probably won't be able to do it because they would never be able to hear the music because all of it's copywritten. But
well, not only that, that is cool, right?
Yeah.
But you need people sitting around you.
Yeah.
That are just as invested in you at that time to go, do you get this?
Yeah.
Do you understand what I am feeling right now?
Wish I could let people hear the song and feel my emotions at the same time because the music is so good.
If I could, I would open my skull.
Yep.
And let you dip and drink from the memory. It was,
And the characters are all really good. The biggest problem with the first game was that characters didn't really interact, right? The main characters in the first game, you had 8 of them. They all had their own story.
Yeah,
that was it.
It didn't even come together at the end.
Right.
Right.
It came together for a story at the end, but it wasn't a culmination of their stories, and they didn't interact at all, Whereas in this one...
Not all 8 were there to fight the bad guy at the end, right?
Right. In this one, not only do you have little moments of hey, you'll do a big heal in the middle of a boss fight, and it's Particio's turn next, and he goes, "Whoo, thank you, Casty." It's all right, that's a nice touch, But then you have travel banter during the chapters where you'll have Oswald, who has lost his family in the opening parts of his story. It's not a big spoiler. Literally the start of his story. Oswald, who has lost his family, at a moment where Casty is she's the apothecary, she's the healer. Hey, you really need to try and drink more water and take better care of yourself. And Oswald just doesn't say anything. And that's normally where you get the trope of eventually somebody's oh, well, his wife used to do that kind of stuff for him. And instead, she just says, "Look, I get it. I'm here. The water's over here. You ever need us, you let us know."
Yeah.
And it's just little moments like that where they actually thought about how these characters should interact more than just the tropes that you get in most RPGs,
What if we have them act like people?
Yeah.
Instead of story points.
There are conjoined stories where characters intersect, which are really cool.
They allow that on the game?
I've done the first half of all of those, but there's a second half to come when I beat more chapters, and I've beaten all the chapter 3s and most of the chapter 4s, 5 chapters per character. And so I'm almost done with those. I'm at a point now where I need to do more world exploration and level up some more, because Oswald, who's my main character, is at level 40, and everybody's chapter 4 stuff is level 45, and most of my team's level 30. But it's because I've been sharing the XP around, switching people out, instead of just power leveling one group and then power leveling a second group. But it's more fun for me, to rotate them and have a good time.
Your socialistic plot has fallen through.
But I really love that game. It is going to, as long as it sticks the landing it's at right now, it is definitely going to land in my top 5, because Some of the characters' plots alone are so good. Like, Partitio's the merchant, and I think I mentioned this back in March when I first started playing this game and then set it aside as my treat for beating all the other games I needed to beat.
Okay.
Partitio's, like, whole thing is he was dirt poor growing up, and he doesn't want anybody to have to deal with being dirt poor ever again. So he's trying to find a way to help everybody, and he's trying to fight that devil called poverty. And it just... I love him. He is a ray of sunshine in a human being that will give you the coat off his back. And when you go, well, I'll find some way to pay you back, he'll say, don't worry about it, partner. Life will work out somehow. If you can't give me another coat, I'll find one somewhere.
All right, then.
He's the best. So, great game.
Very nice.
But I'll stop gushing about Octopath. You'll hear me talk about it enough, I'm sure, with the goatees and everything. So...
Oh, don't worry about it, sir. I went to sleep when you said Baldur's Gate.
Let's get into reviews.
All right. We've got reviews today. What do we got?
Starting off with Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. Got to take Will off the ice cream wall of fame. Congratulations for being there last week.
All right, please read that name to me again.
Granblue Fantasy versus Rising. This is an anime fighting game.
Okay.
Sequel to Granblue Fantasy versus, I guess sequel's not the right word, like re-release maybe? More characters, DLC from the first game, all that fun stuff. Also, chat, I recognize that a lot of you have been quiet for a little while because we've been talking about stuff you might not have cared about. This is your chance to try and win some ice cream. The original game came out PS4, Xbox One, did pretty well. This is the repackaging, basically, for new consoles.
Okay. All right. That would be nice. I will give it an 80.
Okay.
See to that. Okay.
Score is 85.
Okay. That's not bad score.
Really close to Waverly's 86. Almost there.
Right.
I got a couple blurbs for you.
Okay.
First one is from VG247 that says,
all right.
The original Granblue Fantasy Versus was, frankly, bodied by a certain world event that happened in 2020 that I'm not going to name for demonetization reasons. You're right, Will. You're right. We played Gundam Breaker 3 on Friday, and it was great. We had a great time, and wonderful. Sorry. Thank you, moderator Will. The original Granblue Fantasy Versus was, frankly, bodied by World Event. At a time when online infrastructure was so important, it was found lacking. Now it's perfect. It plays wonderfully. It's as if the original release was the first draft, an initial attempt that, while respectable, fell short in key spots. Rising feels like the revised version, a Pythagorean theorem for fighting game accessibility. Accessibility? I tripped over that word. That manages to balance.
I'm your counselor this week. I think Freud wants to speak to you, sir.
That manages to balance a good entry-level experience with competitive depth.
That's terrifying.
Yes, you are, Will.
Come on, Trey.
Better if we're...
All right.
No, GB3 was a lot of fun, but I'm excited to play it again already.
Okay.
I had a lot of fun playing. The Gamer says, by launching with a free version, Rising has given itself a fighting chance. While I find it hard to recommend Rising to most people at full price, I wholeheartedly recommend that anyone even vaguely interested check out the free version. There's a lot to love about Granblue Fantasy versus Rising, and without risk of buyer's remorse, players should jump into the free version to see if they are a good fit for Grand's merry band of adventure. And the free version is, as it says, free, but it comes with, I think, 2 characters to try out as compared to the whole roster, but still cool that it exists.
I'll go 82.
Okay.
On that. I'll go 82.
I'm loose. The score is 96.
Read the title of read the name of the game again, please.
Granblue Fantasy versus Rising.
I don't know. Look, something just feels off about that name. I don't know.
Yeah, that's fair.
I can't put my finger on it. It just feels weird.
That's fair.
You know, eating a hot dog naked. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Just
Strange choice to make.
It's a weird choice to make. Right. I don't know. Well, good for it. It sounds highly recommended.
Yeah. We're in a year that had some strong contenders for fighting games for that to score that high, but
yeah.
Next up, Asgard's Wrath 2. And I only included this one because we have gotten some comments on previous podcasts that said that we don't care about people that only play VR games. Even though I covered a VR game for us last week. I found one for us last week. We still got that same comment again that we don't care about VR games. So I put a VR game here so we can mock it relentlessly.
Well, Trey, technically, I just want you to know, I resemble that remark.
This is a meta-exclusive game called Asgard's Wrath 2.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? It's only 8 reviews, I should say.
Wow, hot title.
I understand, Dark.
Let's go 76. All right.
You said 76?
I did say 76.
Okay.
So Dark to have a good show. Holy cow.
I guess. Score is 93.
Holy cow.
Yeah, right? I put this one under to make fun of it, and I was like, whoa, what?
Oh. Hate reviews.
I have a blurb for you. This doesn't count towards your 2. This is just, I had to read this to you. The Daily Star says, an epic game with tons of content. That's all they said.
Okay.
So
I hope they wrote that with passion.
I just had to read that to you because I feel like that is the most, hey, this is trying to get on the back of the box that we've seen all year.
Yeah. That took 3 runs through AI.
So, GG Recon says, Asgard's Wrath 2 is the most impressive showcase for any VR headset I've seen, and is a game I'm desperate to get back to even after writing this review. Packed full of secrets, layered with systems, and likely to get even better over time with new in-game events, it's a huge RPG that's worth exploring. And it was when reading that I realized that this is also sort of a games as a service game, like a live service RPG for VR. Yeah. And that really makes the score seem weird to me because I thought collectively as the internet we agreed that live service games are not great.
Well,
they can be, but it's not a good idea.
You see, that's what happens when things are spawned on the 9th level of hell.
Yeah.
They still stay floating on their surface, and some other little evil spawn comes along and goes, let's try it again.
Yeah.
No. We have overcome that evil.
Right. 82, I understand.
All right.
I got one more for you.
Yes.
Xbox Era says, Asgard's Wrath 2 is an epic action RPG worthy of being Meta's must-have game. Looks and runs great, plays fantastically, and has more high-quality content than most RPGs I've played before, and they don't quantify that at all.
No point. Is that it?
Yep, that's all they wrote. I had 8
Right,
reviews
stop.
to work with, and that was the best second one.
Did that review end with ...
It should.
I don't know, mate. If you're into the VR, and this is this is great VR for you, it might not be that bad.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 83.
I will freely admit that VR can't excite me at all because it doesn't work for me with this bad eye. I'm sorry. I don't mean to sound so rude. It's just...
Look, I can't. I am poor. I gotta wait for the rich people to be plugging into the Matrix,
Right.
so I can get Google Glass.
Yeah.
I'll catch up.
I did see a tagline for this that was like, "Show me your magic, magician." And my first thought was, I can't even see your magic, magician. The score is 100%.
Okay, well then, excuse me, sir. Let me go buy one right now.
Right. This last one I included for fun.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're doing the first two for seriousness.
Yeah.
My apologies.
This is House Flipper 2. If you don't remember, the first House Flipper by Frozen District Empyrean, it's a PC game about renovating a house. This is the sequel.
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Some of these blurbs were the longest paragraphs I've seen in a review for House Flipper 2.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they're all ecstatic. I'm going to go 87.
Okay. Score is 82. Faith got one.
Well, my day's ruined.
Close. You were close. Game Per says, House Flipper 2 is the addictive train wreck I've wanted all year long. Never vacuumed crumbs with such glee or tossed trash around with such enthusiasm. This is the perfect game for fans of titles like Power Wash Simulator, but will also appeal to the Sims players looking for a title more focused on the creative elements. House Flipper 2 will delight players with its interesting stories and provide endless ways to satisfy the cleaning itch without having to get your hands dirty. However, if players looking to play House Flipper 2 don't have a powerful gaming PC, it may be better to wait until the game becomes available on PlayStation and Xbox consoles in March, as the current requirements could be hindering for those without gaming machines. Despite this, it's a must-have for simulation fans, and one I plan to dedicate unfathomable hours to in the coming months.
I have never slung trash or worked so hard in my life. If I did, my room wouldn't be a mess.
Yep.
But the game is fun. That's cool. All right. So, House Flipper 2 sounds great. But you have another, right? Yes.
Yes. Rubber floats. Checkpoint Gaming says, compared to the original, House Flipper 2 is more than decent renovation and sale. Built from the ground up, it features crisp, clean, better graphics. Features more attention to detail for the little things such as cleaning up, taking out the trash, and so on. It also features no less than 3 different environments with houses to match. Client jobs are time well spent, interesting, and with decent rewards. After doing my first few flips, I felt like I did not want to let my creations go. But on the flip side, I missed the assembly and the features added to the original game over time, like proper gardening and pets in particular. Those should have been implemented here as standard, but House Flipper 2 still manages to scratch the same satisfying itch as its predecessor. And yes, they snuck 5 flip jokes in there.
Yeah. Okay. I might sit and look at this game, but there's nothing about it I want.
Right.
But I will go. I'm with, even 80.
Okay.
Maybe it should be a lot higher than that. Probably is, but
The score is 80. Congratulations, sir, on your ice cream.
that's the one I got some ice cream for.
Yep. House Flipper 2.
Give me my ice cream, buddy.
Congratulations.
Well,
78 was close, Will. Was close.
Yeah, apparently I did much better on my guessing game than you did on yours.
It's all right. Well, let's move it to announcements then. And actually, before we start announcements, let's run another quick 30-second ad just to put these ad breaks after segments, make it easy, simple.
All right, fine.
I love this power that I have now. And thanks again to Waverly for reminding me that I could find it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Oh. Couldn't. That's right. Rugger couldn't let you show him up. That's right. While this ad break is ending, let me remind you, both YouTube and Twitch chat, that Rundgren not only makes incredible music, and you can check it out there, but also is the leader of our kinship in Lotro on Landreval that you can also check out if you want to play Lotro with us.
Hold on. And also, I can't beat Relecta.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah.
Announcement-wise, these should go pretty quickly to burn through, I think.
Okay.
The Last of Us Online has been canceled.
So, if you have this, okay, you're just kind of left alone by yourself, wanting it and not being able to play it.
Yeah, it never came out, so.
Oh, yeah. So, okay.
The worst
Sounds
of
like
the
the game worked to me. I don't know.
Well,
Aha.
you know. They had mentioned how excited they were to make this, and basically in the response that they put out for it, they just basically say, hey, we're crushed that we can't do it, but it's just not going to happen. We wanted to do it, but it's done. Sorry. Okay. All right. One interesting thing I did want to point out they say, though, is that if they had continued trying to make the multiplayer game, it would have put them years behind on supporting post-launch content for Last of Us Part 2 and Last of Us Part 1 Remake. What else?
Please just buy our new stuff.
Right. That, like, what else is coming out for that game? It's out, and the second one was a remake of the first one. What else could there be? I feel like it's just, hey, this wasn't financially a good idea, so we're not doing it. And also would have worked as a statement to say. But, you know.
Okay.
After that, we have some removals from Steam. We have The Crew.
Okay.
Godus.
Is that like everybody that worked there?
No, unfortunately, it is the game.
Unfortunately, you're like, no, fire them all.
Unfortunately, because they've already been fired.
Trey.
They've already been fired, along with, 40% of the entire work staff across the entire video game market this year. It is, but it's the truth, unfortunately.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I don't know what's going on, but no, The Crew is shutting down because the team is gone that supported it.
Yeah. So the title got ghosted.
Yeah.
Okay, I should write headlines.
The servers are shutting down. There's not going to be any more content for the game. It's coming out. The closure is March 31st, 2024. And then Godus and Godus Wars are being removed because Amazon's web service won't be able to talk to Valve's web service anymore. Agreements that were supposed to be signed didn't get signed. And so since Godus is being made by a team that's owned by Amazon, they have to remove them from Steam because somebody didn't sign some paperwork somewhere.
There you have it. No, I'm more important. No, we're more important.
Yeah.
I have the money. That's kind of important.
And
Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
just to clarify again, when I say they're being removed from Steam, I don't mean that, hey, as long as you have them installed on your device, you'll be fine. I mean that unless you separate the executable out from Steam, you will not be able to launch the game following their removal because it will be removed from your Steam library. Because Steam can't legally have it to give to you anymore. So, yeah.
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 Yeah, like what Sony did. It's exactly the same thing, basically.
Yeah.
It sucks and shouldn't be the case, and is why, if you can, you should buy your games physically. But even then, what does it matter when they just take the servers down?
It's not a big thing. It's not a big thing right now. But all this layoffs, all this stuff going on, except for certain companies, the stock market is going up.
Yeah.
Which should signify definitely not layoffs, right?
Right.
That's the storyline we're fed. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. Some good news to counteract some of that. We have Kai no Kiseki has been announced. Farewell of Zemuria. This is the Trail series. And we're assuming this means this is the last game in the current saga.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
We go back to just CDs. We're going to agree to stop there.
Yep.
I realize we got to make some more onto there, but CD,
Yep.
DVD player, we can get a disc to put the game on the computer. Can we do that again? It's mine. I can unplug it from the internet.
would be nice.
But we want to update it. We want to give you the best play experience that you can possibly have.
And also we
need
want to take
sell
it away.
your data.
Yeah.
That's all right. Oh, yeah.
So what I'm excited about with Kai no Kiseki is that, yeah, it looks like the current story arc that we're on is going to wrap up. And that's cool. There could be some really good endings in there for characters that have been going since the first game. The thing I'm not excited about for it is that we still don't have Trails Through Daybreak, which is the first part of the Kuro saga in the US. Kuro 2 came out this year in Japan, which means Kai no Kiseki will come out sometime next year in Japan, which means since we don't get Daybreak till next year in the US, it's going to be like 3 years until we get the ending that Japan has already seen, which means we're going to get spoiled like crazy.
Sucks to speak English.
Right? That's pretty much how it seems like they feel.
Oh, you're not Japanese. We don't care.
Yeah. But I'm excited to see what that means. Farewell is pretty clear that it seems like this is the end of that saga.
It's the last one.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
One Piece is being remade. And specifically, I mean the anime.
What? As anime, as live action?
As an anime, not the live action. The anime is being redone. So do you remember Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Vaguely, yes.
Yeah.
I know people who would be like, and would fill me in.
Right.
Okay.
So,
but yes.
Full Metal Alchemist came out, was great. They made it before the manga had ended. So it had an anime-only ending, and it was very different from the way the anime ends, or the manga ends. Brotherhood was them making it to match the manga. The One Piece anime has been going on for a very long time. It doesn't have a lot of stuff that deviates from the manga. But because of the way that Toei makes the episodes, every episode drags out really long.
Yeah.
Because they need an episode to be a chapter.
Right.
And so you have a lot of like reaction shots of people being like, whew, whenever something happens, and you'll have a lot of long pauses in the middle of fights and characters that'll just stop and stare for a little while before it ruins the show, right? It's bad. the manga is incredible, and the fact that they'll take a fight that in the manga, like for instance, there's a moment in the manga where Luffy fights a very powerful enemy, and it's the first time these two have physically been able to throw punches at each other. And in the manga, Luffy throws the punch and he knocks the guy out. In the anime, Luffy throws the punch, and that guy throws a punch, and their punches hit in the air, and they go back and forth for about 6 minutes, and then Luffy knocks him out. Ruins the pacing of that scene, right?
Yeah, that's two different. You have, you get two different impressions at the end of it.
Yeah,
like in the manga, punch, the guy's out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at the end of that, you're like, yeah, that's what you get for dog and smack. When they fight and it takes 6 minutes, you're like, oh, you know, maybe you could back it up.
Yeah, it's a very different thing. And so they're redoing the anime in its entirety, and they're cutting out all of that fluff.
Okay.
And it's being made by a different studio, Studio Wit. This has never happened before, where one studio is working on, because the regular studio is still going to keep making the anime.
Yeah, but they don't want to watch that. They've seen it before.
Right. But some of those animators are pretty upset about this, because they're going, hey, it feels kind of bad that they've worded this, that Toei has worded this as, yeah, this studio is going to fix your anime.
Yeah.
And my biggest issue with it is they're starting at the beginning, going back to East Blue, which didn't have all that fluff. So it really feels like, to me, they just want to resell the beginning of One Piece. Because the Netflix live action got really popular all over the world.
See, this is how they sow division.
Yeah.
Because now you will have people going, you didn't watch One Piece. Not watch it all the way through.
Yeah.
No, you watched the cut down version.
Yeah.
You have no right to speak.
There's a manga series called Hunter x Hunter. It had an anime in 1998, and it had another anime in 2011. The anime in 2011, like, completely retold the story. It did it one-to-one with the manga, and it was great. But the 98 version had some cool stuff in it. And when people say, yeah, I love Hunter x Hunter, the first thing that gets asked is, well, did you watch 98 or 11? That's what this is going to do every single time, and I hate it.
Yeah. Which like, that's not, that sounds like a gatekeeping question and everything, but it's really not. It's like, hey, are we about to discuss the same thing?
Right.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And there are some things that I think could be done really well in the remake, absolutely. But I'm also afraid from seeing what they've done with the movies that have redone the early sagas. I don't know if you remember, there was like a month where I was watching all of those with the intention of putting a video out because live action was coming out. So then I watched live action, and then we started hearing rumors that this was happening, and I was like, well, I'll hold off and see till the end of the year. Turns out it's true. And why? I don't trust them to remake East Blue as good as they did in the first place, because they cut out so much in those movies. So
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, it sounds like a cheap way to sell it again. So, like you said, so.
You know what's not a cheap way to sell something again, though?
What?
Slay the Princess, the Pristine cut. This is a free expansion director's cut of Slay the Princess. It'll have new stuff that they had originally wanted to put in the game, new stories that they had to cut out. So they're adding those in.
Okay.
Then they're also going to be adding in the ability to see some of the director's thoughts on how things were done. Director's commentary style, which is really cool. I'm stoked for this. Especially because it's free.
Yeah, that's a good price.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
So, we don't know yet release dates or anything like that, but several new chapters. Very stoked.
Okay.
After that, finally for announcements, we have Armored Core 6 Matchmaking Update.
Oh, yeah? Yeah. that hasn't changed any plans for you, has it?
Hey, chat, we're doing our record Friday like we'd always intended. I have not touched this update yet, even though it's live right now. I'm saving it for Friday.
Okay.
I know there are new parts. I have not yet seen them. I have not yet messed with them. Nice. Very nice. I am holding off until Friday.
Are you doing a long stream Friday?
No, we're not going to do a long stream because I feel like I'm going to get wrecked in
Fair
the
enough.
PvP matchmaking, and 2 hours of getting my butt handed to me is going to be bad enough. I don't need 4.
That'll make you feel bad. Yeah. I understand.
But I am stoked for it. I know what the new parts are because of the trailer, but I haven't seen them in action, So.
Gotcha.
Come on, Trey. We're going to have a good time. Yes, come on, Trey. I know. We're going to get to Friday. I'm excited. I really am. I know they also changed some stuff balance-wise, so I'm excited to get into that too and see how it plays. And
Yeah.
love that game.
You don't say.
May have revealed in a recent video that I've already put a full another playthrough into that game since the streams that we're doing it.
Okay.
Let's get into the news.
Okay.
We start off with some sad news that I'm actually really annoyed about. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, a game that I'm very excited for coming on January 26th, has locked the New Game Plus behind the Deluxe Edition. If you want to do the New Game Plus, you need the DLC.
Yeah.
Master's Vacation Pack. Why? What's the purpose of that? I know what the purpose is to make more money, but just let me play New Game Plus, because all this means is I'm just not going to play New Game Plus.
Yeah.
Nice. I got you. It's regular price, so I mean it's like $10 more, but it just why?
Look, as sleazy as the whole deluxe platinum supreme editions that come with games. Hey, look, the standard game's $19.99. What's in the deluxe edition for $119.99?
Emotional damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
skins.
Yeah.
But the
This one's coming with those too.
Yeah. But $10 for deluxe edition. Okay.
Yeah.
That's not doesn't seem horrible.
When they say there's going to be new content in there too, which if so, I'll probably get it if there's content in there that's not just New Game Plus and costumes, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I go back to every time Mass Effect 3 that launched with DLC, day 1 DLC where you could get a party member, and he was of the long dead race in that series. Maybe the most important character there's ever been in that universe. And he was DLC on day 1. Well, talking about news that upsets us. Let's talk about the Insomnia hack.
Yeah. What happened there?
So this is pretty rough, and it has developed even more since today was the final day for the ransom. So Insomnia was hacked, and they were hacked by a group called Resida, and this is not when we talk about hacks and leaks. Oftentimes it is, hey, this stuff got leaked on purpose, and they're pretending that it didn't.
Yeah.
The group that hacked Insomnia is a group that is recognized by multiple governments as a terror group.
Okay.
These people are actual problems. And they wanted $2 million in the form of 50 Bitcoin for all this data. And the data that they have, they leaked out a little bit of it last week to prove that they had it. Shortly after our podcast ended.
Okay.
They leaked out a few employees' ID cards and passports.
As you do.
Right. When today Insomnia did not pay them that money, I keep saying Insomnia. It's Insomniac. I forgot the seal. When Insomniac did not pay them that money, they released all of it. It is all at 1.67 terabytes. All of the employees' ID cards, all of the employees' passports, all of that information, entire sections of Insomniac's new game, Wolverine, that are playable, that are in very clearly still testing. Most of the assets aren't done, but like that's actual sections of the game that you can just download and play. Okay. It also includes stuff about DLC for Spider-Man 2. It includes screenshots of their internal Slack channels. It includes I-9 employment forms, which has tax information on it. Yeah. It has the contents of several employees' PCs, like their work PCs, like all of the contents.
Yeah.
Which has led to some questionable stuff that has revealed some employees might not have jobs after this week is done. It also reveals that at some point in the nebulous future, Insomniac already has an agreement between them and Marvel to make some games in the X-Men universe, which may now not happen because of all this. It's a problem, but Insomniac's response was, "Hey, we're not gonna pay you this. We're not gonna do this because if we do, people are just gonna keep doing this."
Yeah.
But it's a problem. It's a bad time.
That's
awful. So all that stuff is out there now, and I think the worst part of it obviously is people's tax information, their passports, all that being public record now, because anybody can access it. But the next worst part to me are the people that are looking at this and going, well, I mean, that Wolverine game doesn't look very good, you know, looking at the gameplay. It's not done, man. You weren't supposed to see this.
Not only that, but not the point.
Right. Yeah.
The game may be horrible. I'll give you that. Not the point.
So this one's pretty bad, and maybe they won't do it again. This is the same group that a couple years ago hacked the British Library of, what is it called? I have it in here. Just the British Library. Okay. The United States Federal Bureau of Investigation, Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency issued warnings about this group last year, and then they hacked the British Library, and other countries were like, no, yeah, they're a problem. So maybe they won't keep doing this, but I expect they probably will.
That was too close to Lloyd's of London.
Right.
We cannot have that. All right.
It's unfortunate, but that's really all we know about it right now. It's Insomniac obviously is trying to follow up on it, but what can they do? You know, purge it everywhere they see it. That's all really they can do. DMCA as much as they can.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, but if there's any crack in their cybersecurity, any fault that they could have fixed, it's all on them.
Yeah, absolutely. And this group didn't just get in willy-nilly, right? They found a way in.
Yeah. I don't know. All right.
And then we have another removal. This one is going to take a little bit of explaining for some people, but the Sea of Stars game has removed the Completionist.
As it should.
Yep. So for anybody who doesn't know the story, I'll give you a brief recap here. The Completionist, Gerard the Completionist, YouTuber that did a bunch of charity streams, is part of the reason this game even came out in a lot of ways, because he, got a lot of extra funding for them and helped them find their publisher. Maybe they do have somebody inside at Insomniac. It's very, very possible. He ran a charity stream, and every year over the course of this charity stream claimed that the money was going to multiple different organizations, only for it to come out very recently from Carl Jobst and Mudahar that the money had never moved at all and was still sitting in an account. I've listened to all of the videos. I've watched all the videos, listened to all the Discord calls that have been released. short of it is they approached him just trying to get the money donated because they got tipped off that the money had not been donated yet. His response was that it was going to get donated maybe as early as today. They were in talks to try and get it donated, and that he really just did not want them to put out that video. At one point, I'm not going to say he was trying to bribe them, but at one point he mentions that it's not like you guys would take money to not do this anyway, right? To not report on this anyway, which, you know, allegedly is a bribe. But from there, he didn't donate the money. Carl Jobst and Mutahar put out second videos on it. 2 weeks after, still hadn't donated the money. He made his response video 3 weeks after. Turns out 2 weeks in, they had put in a donation. Didn't become public until a month after. Never put out a statement saying they'd done a donation. Just waited, I guess, for it to hit the news. They donated $600,000. The amount of money that they were supposed to have taken in was much higher, allegedly. Like, astronomically much higher. Then basically put out his response video saying that he was going to sue Carl Jobst and Mutahar. And Carl Jobst and Mutahar released the whole Discord call, and it's pretty clear that he's been lying constantly for about 10 years, allegedly. And so the developers of Sea of Stars put out a thing that was like, hey, we want to be a positive influence on this world. We can't do that as we are right now, so we're removing his NPC that was added into the game, and we're adding in a new NPC who's Bob the Builder, and Gerard the Constructionist, which is what he was called in the game, where you brought him donations to be able to, you know, build your town, was removed from the game. So, good job, Sea of Stars devs. I'm sure that wasn't an easy choice to make after all the work that he did to help you find a publisher, but I think it was the right choice. Yeah. And, you know, I like your game.
Oh, right on.
I think that covered the shorthand version of events, I think.
Well, I could handle a lot better. I not think any more of it or anything. I can handle it better if his NPC wasn't put in the game to ask for donations.
Yep.
There's just something about that takes it to a level that, like, curdles my insides. I don't know how to explain it. It's,
So, yeah, you would donate him building plans so the town could be built even to greater heights.
Hey.
He's been removed. Next up, I have some good news for you.
Do you?
Yeah. Games Workshop and Amazon have signed their deal.
That sounds like better news for you.
It is better news for me. They signed their deal. They're good to go now. They're going to be making at least a movie, but there's also talks about TV shows. Henry Cavill is involved, of course. And one thing they mentioned specifically that I thought was really cool was they said that if the movie does well, then there won't just be TV shows in the 40K universe. They also want to do the fantasy universe, which that could be, there's some really cool stuff in there. That could be really cool. Hopefully that does well. Also, just want to throw this out there. You know, I'm not trying to say Games Workshop is a great company by any stretch of the imagination. There's a lot of problems that I have with them. But right after signing this deal...
As compared with Amazon.
Right. Yeah. Right after signing this deal, they gave all of their staff £2,500 as a bonus.
Okay, that's good.
All, including janitors, the entire staff.
Yeah. Good. Excellent.
More companies should do that.
You would think.
I really appreciate that they even put in a thing there like, including our custodians. And it's like, yeah, they're just as much a part of that job.
Yeah. Did you have to shuffle through trash to get to your desk to make that game? Oh, you didn't. Okay.
This next thing is just cute, and I think it's worth talking about. Lethal Company added an arachnophobia mode.
What's cute about spiders? What?
Well, because they know that people have trouble with spiders, they replaced all of the spiders, if you turn on arachnophobia mode, with the word spider in bold red. So you just have the word spider skittering towards you.
Funny. Yeah, that's kind of funny. Still terrifying.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's just a chef's kiss. Wonderful. And then this last thing that I have for you tonight,
Okay.
Link's Awakening DX, which was the Game Boy version of Link's Awakening.
Okay.
The Game Boy Advance version, I'm sorry, has been remade by someone into HD. It has all one map, right? No loading, no having to step through, no moving to the end of a screen and then it loads the next screen. All one map. You can actually zoom out and view the whole thing. And Link is like a tiny little pixel, and you can still play the game that way, which is really cool. But the best part about this is, do you remember what it is that we say every time somebody talks about their fan project and then they get DMCA'd? Every time it's, hey, just make it. Put it out. Don't say anything to anybody till it's done. Put it out. And then they can't do anything to you. You can run away from it. You'll have made it. They can't stop you. It's on the internet.
Yeah.
That's what this team did. They put it out of nowhere. Nobody knew they were working on it. Within 4 hours, it was DMCA'd and removed from the website. They took the website down. But the game's on the internet now. You can find it.
Yeah. They play whack-a-mole to get the...
Good job.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, Nintendo will try, for sure. They'll keep breaking links everywhere they can, but... Good job.
Yeah. This is... I don't know. Digital economy, digital world is so weird, right? Like, it's so easy to go, okay, somebody broke in that jewelry store, stole that big diamond, and left.
Mm-hmm.
They've got it. You know, you can't say someone stole in that jewelry store, stole that big diamond, made a bunch of copies of it, started handing them out.
Yeah.
They'll never get it. The physics are weird, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't work. I don't know.
Well, and also, this game isn't purchasable right now. You cannot buy Link's Awakening DX anywhere except for, like, secondhand. And then you still have to have a Game Boy Advance to be able to run it.
Right.
So what does it hurt that it's been... Oh, well, they just remade the Switch version. Yeah, but that's a different game. It's got a different art style. It's not Link's Awakening DX. If somebody wants to play Link's Awakening DX, the only way they have to do it right now is a ROM anyway. So what does it hurt?
Buy our new stuff.
Yeah.
Buy our new stuff. We put money into it.
Yeah. That's Nintendo. They're sitting on a gold mine of old stuff, refusing to bring it back out until they remake them one by one to sell them at full price again.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right.
We thought of it.
That's all I have for you tonight, so I'll throw it over to Rugrats Corner.
Excellent. As you know, we always start this off with a happy birthday. And so we're going to say happy birthday today to Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure this has to, you know, trying out for a movie, reading a script, standing somewhere important, being attractive. I don't know. He's got other things to do, but I'm sure we'll catch you up. So when he does, happy birthday to him.
Birthday, sir.
Now, what humanity can do and what we managed to accomplish is rather amazing. So, a 15-second video was beamed to Earth from NASA's Psyche spacecraft.
Okay.
Right. And this Psyche spacecraft is 30 million kilometers away.
Ooh.
Yeah. Or about 19 million Ford F-150s per Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
The now 19 million miles away. It took less than 2 minutes for the ultra high definition video to reach to Caltech's Palomar Observatory. At that. And they transmitted at 267 megabits per second. That's 2 minutes, 19 million miles. Pointed out that the video was loaded into Sykes' laser communication experiment before the spacecraft blasted off, which kind of seems, yeah. I think if you put it on there afterwards, this would be a different story.
Right.
But Sykes flying out to a metal asteroid, trying to get there. I think it's between Mars and Jupiter. It's a long ways away. Very, as far as space exploration goes, very unique, laser focused, high definition video, 19 million miles, less than 2 minutes to send it. It was streamed on streamed to Earth on December 11th and released by NASA this week.
Okay. Signal Beach moving.
Yes. Fits right in. The video was streamed, let's say it's December 11th, despite the vast distance, besides the distance that it was set to cover, 19 million miles. The test relayed the video faster than most broadband internet connections here on Earth.
That should tell us something.
Yeah. I did. I gave pause to let that sink in. Go through that. Of course, NASA wants to improve communications from deep space.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Especially as astronauts gear up to return to the moon with an eye towards Mars. This little laser demo is meant to transmit data up to 100 times greater than the radio systems currently used by spacecraft far from Earth.
Yeah.
So there's stuff out there, I don't think quite that far, but we're not counting Voyager. There's stuff out there that's sending radio signals back. And apparently lasers faster than radios. Right?
Should use lasers here.
Yeah. And there are more there are more test transmissions as planned. As Psyche heads towards the main asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. Now, I have talked about this 15-second video. Do you have any idea what this 15-second video could be? Do you know what this 15-second video is?
Is it man dancing?
It's an orange tabby cat chasing a laser pointer. The first video shot, sent across millions of miles across space. It was a cat video.
We're in our heads.
The height of humanity, and we send a cat video.
Yep. That doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah, it really doesn't. That's the thing. Oh yeah, of course it'd be a cat video. Cats. Yeah, exactly. Going through.
Yep.
But
rule the world.
By the way, the cat is named Taters.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So as the first cat filmed and had his digital image, first creature filmed and had their digital image shot across 19 million miles. It's an orange tabby named Taters.
I would love if aliens scraped that signal and we're like, what is this beast?
Right.
Stay away.
It's a flurgan. He's got a good owner though. His owner is Joby Harris. He's an art director in JPL's design lab. So he's very proud. He's doing his part to make sure the spotlight moment for the cat doesn't go to the cat's head. That's all good.
Yeah.
Owners should.
Yeah.
All right.
Right. Well,
Well, I'm sure. Look, making scientific discoveries to send something 19 million miles into space to laser shoot back a signal in less than 2 minutes. You know, of a cat coming back. There really are better jokes that can be told here about the human race, but I don't want Trey to get demonetized. But that's all I have.
That's also fair, Faith.
Oh no, I lost chat.
Our luck, the aliens would be like Alf and try to destroy us when we give them real taters instead of cats.
The highest beings on this planet are cats.
I mean, they do rule us, sort of.
They have the power.
All right. Well, do you have any plugs this week, sir?
No, just the 2 movies I watched. I think they're both good movies. There's not much. I love the theater. I love going to watch movies, but there's not much that really excites me, especially over the past few years. It's been a while. Every once in a while, something comes up. So it was weird. It was like, hey, there are 2 movies I would like to go see.
Yeah.
That came up. So yeah, both of them. My recommendation: Godzilla -1. Go lock yourself in a dark room somewhere and watch it by yourself.
Yeah.
And then The Boy in the Heron. That's you can watch that with others.
Yeah, that's true. True.
That's true. And go look at Amazon's reviews. We still think digital watches are a magnificent idea.
Yeah.
I do have my towel. Yes. Okay, good.
I will plug Pancreas No Work again. Mentioned that earlier. Makes some really good Halo videos. And a couple 40K ones that are really interesting. I know he's gotten a little bit of flack because he's recently done like, hey, what if Halo versus 40K? How would that go? And actually had like some really nuanced takes on it when the answer almost always is 40K wins.
Yeah.
And people are a little mad that he had nuanced takes. But, you know, he argues his stuff well, and I think it's really interesting stuff.
Well, if the 40K community won't take care for themselves, who else will?
Yeah, it's very true. And look, the Necrons shoot black holes sometimes, so I get why most 40K fans are like, yeah, no, 40K wins. It doesn't matter.
Black hole.
But, no, gotta make some good stuff. And then, the name of the channel, I'll probably just drop it and try to plug it next week. There's a little channel that I saw that was really good this week. Can't remember the name of it. But I'll try to write it down for next week. Really good stuff. Thanks again, everybody, for 1,500 subs on YouTube.
That's awesome.
Continuing on. Got a lot of cool stuff planned. Appreciate all of you. Tomorrow, you'll be playing Relicta.
Yes.
Trying to wrap that up. Thursday, we're going to go back through what we've already covered in the mythology on the Thursday TTRPG podcast. I'm really excited for that. That's going to be a fun overview.
Right, for the end of the year.
Then
next week, our schedule gets messed up, right?
Yeah, next week we won't have a Monday show because it'll be Christmas, but we'll have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
And you've got your Friday is set. You're doing that no matter what.
We're doing Armor Core Friday. Yeah. We're doing some PvP, and I'm gonna get wrecked and a good time. And then
you care what he's told you before.
And then next Tuesday we will do regular podcast. You were missed. We did miss it. We had a good time.
Yes. I kept throwing things, but you kept moving and.
I'll tease you for this. There's kind of a big change we're looking at going into the new year when it comes to the way that the Discord is handled. Trying to get some stuff sorted out there. So I'll tease that now. But just look forward to that at the start of the next year. That's all. Anything else we might have forgotten? Did we cover everything?
How dare you talk trash back to me?
That's not how this works.
We gotta have that. What did you call me?
Honkai Star Rail. Until next time, I've been Trey.
I've been Rungrun.
For the Full Spectrum Podcast, remember to always enjoy the full spectrum. The Trans Am that we'll just use has to offer.